How's it going, everybody? It's me, and I'm actually back, and I'm doing a review. If anybody paid attention to the channel a few weeks ago, I uploaded a short of these two, and at first I wasn't going to do a review of it because I figured, you know, there's so many great content creators that do reviews, and I'm sure somebody was going to hop on this one. But I checked today, and nobody still hasn't, you know, done an unboxing or a review of these two guys. So just decided to, you know, go ahead and be the first and do it. So as you can see here, this is the Super Saiyan 4 adult Dragon Ball Daima Goku and the Super Saiyan 3 adult Daima Vegeta. Just for context, these are most likely the second ever made figures for both of these forms and appearances. The first being definitely the Ichiban Kuji that came out about a month or two ago. I think it was about 2 months ago, actually. So I'm going to go and get into it. Just for context, this video is being filmed in August. These two came at the very end. These two were released at the very end of July of 2025. Normally in Japan, these are crane figures, as you probably know. But you probably wouldn't be able to tell that because most of these Banpresto figures have a black or white stand on it. The Banpresto brand being the same brand that does all the Dragon Ball figures with the black stand for the last couple of years. They've done it for Dragon Ball Super Hero, which came with a white stand. They've done it for Dragon Ball Super Broly. Usually they're just called the Banpresto figures. Of course, Banpresto probably makes other Dragon Ball figures, but I've noticed that whenever something comes out, usually they're the first to come out with their own version. For example, Dragon Ball Super Broly and Dragon Ball Super Hero were some of the first figures to make variations of Beast Gohan, Orange Piccolo, etc., etc. And of course, you know, it's the same here with Dragon Ball Daima. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about these two. As I stated, these were released at the very end of July. I was looking for a birthday present for myself because my birthday is in August. So I saw these two paired together on eBay. And I'm like, why not? Now, initially, when I first saw the renders for these guys a few months ago, I don't know if it was the lighting of the renders, but I did not like how they looked. But something told me to get them, and I am super, super pleased. I am very, very surprised by the level of quality and also by the dimensions. I expected these figures to be much smaller because Banpresto tends to make like 5 or 6 inch figures with this line. But as you can see here, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I mean, I know it's accurate to the anime because in the anime he gets really, really big, even when he's small, when he's kid size. But as you can see here, he's towering over the box. When you first unbox him, he is not all together, obviously. But I am super surprised because most of these figures tend to be smaller than the box, especially with Banpresto. So let's go ahead and get into the Super Saiyan 4 Goku first, especially since I'm talking so much about it. These Banpresto boxes are pretty standard. They all go for like the same theme on the side. Of course, the main difference being the figure itself, and then probably the series, Dragon Ball Daima. Sticker of authenticity there from the Toei sticker. Honestly, the box is not too much to talk about because this is just what Banpresto does. They don't really make the box super pretty or anything like that. And then, of course, you see here the black and white version or the gray version of the figure. But let's get into it. So anybody that has paid attention to my channel over the years probably knows that I love Super Saiyan 4. Super Saiyan 4 to me is the best looking form. In this case, for me, I mean, I love this version of Super Saiyan 4, but I still prefer the GT version. But this one is still beautiful as well, especially with modern animation. The colors, you know, the mixtures of red, a darkish red and orange. Of course, I still like the GT one more, but let's give this one our flowers. This one looks great. I am so pleased because at first I was going to go with the Ichiban Kuji version, which that one is way, way, way taller than these. And I would have had to put it in a bigger spot on my shelf. But this looks great. One thing I was really concerned about was the size of the fists when I saw the renders for this particular figure, but it actually looks so much better in person. It looks really good. It doesn't look silly. The proportions, even though I know he's supposed to have bigger fists, but it does not look silly at all. Because the render, if you look up the render, it looked really bad. So let's get into it. The texture of the fur is awesome. There's no shading, but there really doesn't need to be, honestly, especially considering this is like a Dragon Ball Daima 2025 modern Dragon Ball look. But the hair texture, what they did to the hair is flawless. It's absolutely flawless. And of course, as you notice, right, it doesn't have a black stand. So that's another plus about this figure. And for any context, if anybody's looking to buy it individually, you'll find it typically on eBay for like $29, $30, maybe $27 if you're lucky. And yeah, so this is a great bang for your buck figure. Honestly, I totally recommend this one, especially if you can't afford the Ichiban Kuji, especially consider Ichiban Kuji like skyrockets north of $100 for one figure, which is just absurd. Honestly, if they continue to have this high level quality for their regular Crane figures, I might have to retire from getting Ichiban Kuji, even though I do like Ichiban Kuji. They are some of the best figures ever. But yeah, this one's a 10 out of 10 for sure. I love this Super Saiyan 4 Goku. It doesn't really get any better than that. Let's go ahead and get into Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. And yeah, just like any other Super Saiyan 3 figure, the top is very top heavy. The hair is very heavy compared to the rest of the body. So, you know, that's why there needs to be a stand. In this case, right, like the Super Saiyan 4 Goku does not need a stand, but this guy does. Let's talk about Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta for a second. Obviously, before Dragon Ball Daima, it was just a what-if form, and we only saw it in Dragon Ball Heroes and Raging Blast 1 and 2. And so because of that, there is prior merchandise for this guy, just not in this version with this appearance. There was a couple of like figures back in 2009 and 2010 to promote Dragon Ball Heroes and Dragon Battlers, back when that era of Dragon Ball, the dead era of Dragon Ball existed, where we were, you know, praying for new content, so they gave us what if forms. I don't know if, you know, either Toriyama got inspiration from his prior designs or if he just wanted to make Vegeta look different. But obviously he doesn't look like how Super Saiyan 3 Goku looks with his hair going down. Obviously his hair sticks up. And another thing, and I'm sure other people agree with this as well, but the adult version of Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta looks so much better, so much cooler, so much less silly looking than the Dragon Ball Daima kid version of Vegeta. I don't know, something about Dragon Ball Daima Vegeta always to me looks a little bit funny looking. So that's why I went and got this one. This one looks awesome. Let's go ahead and zoom in on his face. This is like Ichiban Kuji level of quality here for the face and the figure. It has a very nice shade of yellow, and if you really can't tell from the lighting, it actually goes for more of like the palish yellow that you see with a lot of Super Saiyan appearances without the aura in the series. So it does look very faithful to that look, and I actually do appreciate that they made that a little bit different with the paint. And of course, Vegeta armor, Cell Saga, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Daima version of Vegeta wears this armor, and it looks great. It's a very unique look for Vegeta. And let's get into the box. Like I said, the boxes aren't really anything interesting, but I mean, they are cool. And then of course the sticker of authenticity. And of course, like I said, these are like the second made figures ever for these two guys. So there's not too much to compare it to. Only thing I can really personally compare it to in terms of like if you want to see a size comparison would be the Ichiban Kuji small mini Dragon Ball Daima Goku. I bought that one because it was dirt cheap. And as you see here, it actually pairs really well with it. So if like you can't afford the giant Daima Goku, I would highly suggest going with maybe this one. Honestly, you can find these two guys together on eBay maybe for like $50 or $60. Initially, I didn't. I paid a little bit more, but not too much more. But I mean, it was for my birthday, so whatever. But you can find these guys for a really good price right now. I really would recommend it. These both are nearly a 10 out of 10. The only thing that would stop it from being ultimately a whole 10 for me is the QC issue here with Vegeta. But a lot of Dragon Ball figures, especially Dragon Ball figures with certain poses and or Super Saiyan 3, have an issue where they need a stand or support. But honestly, that really doesn't mean too much. That's just nitpicking. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. I'm really excited that Banpresto is kind of stepping up their game with these figures. You know, that way the folks that like to be a little bit more economical with their collecting have like a high quality option as opposed to like a bootleg looking option or an off looking option. So you guys tell me what you think, and yeah, till next time, peace.